This is adit 1 for the Tahoma mine. It's HA0055. We're looking almost due west at the collapsed adit. You can see back in there quite a ways. Maybe some timbers in there. It looks like it had burned, as most of these mines have in the recent fire. So again, we're looking almost due west at the collapsed adit for the Tahoma mine, adit 1. We'll turn around and take a look at the dump now. Here we're looking almost due east from the inside that trench where the adit has collapsed for adit 1 of the Tahoma mine, HA0055. We're looking out on the dump there. You can see rails that come out. They kind of are broken up and they split right here. Then one set goes on over off the dump, and we'll get a view of them as they fall off the hill there, or off of the edge of the dump down to the little spur road that we're off of. And we'll take a look now back up to the west at the dump now, and just to get an idea of how big it is. Here we're looking southwest at the dump for the adit 1 of the Tahoma mine, HA0055. You can see the rails as they come off the dump there. They pretty kind of difficult to see, but you can see kind of what I was talking about. It goes out over the dump, and then it just has collapsed away there. It kind of follows the dump down. It's not a huge dump. It's only about 40 feet long and 40 or 50 feet wide. Kind of makes a big flat outside the portal of what we just looked at. So this will be it for adit 1 of the Tahoma mine. We'll just pan around and look at the dump for adit 2 of the Tahoma. Is just to the south or to the north and west of adit 1. We'll just pan around up onto the hill. So here we're looking southwest now at the dump for the second adit of the Tahoma mine. We'll go up there and take a look at what the adit looks like now. This is adit 2 for the Tahoma mine, HA0055. Again, it's similar to adit 1. It's collapsed. The dump is not near as big. There's some strap rails here, as if they did do a bit of work back in there, and the dump's about 35 or so feet long and 40 or 50 feet wide, because it spreads out along the hillside. Makes a nice working platform up here. But again, you can see that the adit is totally collapsed. No water running out of it or anything. So we'll turn around, we'll get up where those branches are and inside the trough there of the collapsed adit, and take a look back on the dump. Here we're looking out on the dump from the second adit for the Tahoma mine, HA0055. Again, it goes about 40 feet, 30 or so, 35, maybe as much as 40 feet. There's a couple different lobes of the dump. It's kind of a nice little flat area up here, and it really is not very extensive. We'll take a profile look of the dump now, looking south. Here we're looking nearly south at a profile of the dump for the second adit of the Tahoma mine, HA0055. You can see it does bleed down the hill a little ways. It's probably not that extensive of an adit, and that the dump is not terribly large. We're looking down now. There's a spur road that leads up here to this, close by to this adit, and then in the upper road there, that's the road that goes on downhill to the north down to the city of Atlanta. So this will be it for the second adit of the Tahoma mine. We'll go and check out. There's shown on the map at least 4 adits, and there no doubt is that many. We'll go look for adit 3 now. This is adit 3 for the Tahoma mine, HA0055. We're looking basically southwest at the portal. It's not open. There is timbers right up at the portal, and it hasn't burned like most of the others completely. It is not open back in there. It looks like it for a ways, but it isn't. The adit is discharging a small stream, 1 to 2 gallons a minute, maybe slightly bit more. This real green lush area coming out away from the portal there is kind of the course of the stream. There's a pond out here on the dump where the water stops. It's fairly deep, about 2 or 3 feet deep, and then it continues on around the edge of the dump. And there's another, looks like a man-made pond. This may be also man-made. We'll go take a look at that. The water stops at this other pond, and then it basically seeps down through the dump, but I was unable to find where it discharged. And Quartz Gulch is just right below it, and I could not find a discharge point for the mine water, so I didn't take any other water samples other than just right here at the portal. Here we're looking northwest from where the portal was of the third adit for the Tahoma mine. There's again that pond, that little one that's just outside the portal on the dump, and then the course of water just continues on around, and it goes down, and this little raised area of dump material is the edge of where they ponded the water up. Looks like it's man-made. The dump itself is about 80 feet wide and about 130 feet long. There are abundant mine rails stacked around on the dump. You see down in the grass there a little bit, a few rails there, and then on around there's some more. We won't concentrate on that. We'll go take a look at that pond on the far end and see how that works. Here's that small pond we were looking at, or looking at where it comes around. It's kind of on the northeast side of the dump. It's fairly good sized pond. The water comes into that comes out of the portal, and goes right here, right to the edge of the dump, and ponds up, and it must seep down through, because there was no actual flow down over the dump, and I could not find a seep at the base of the dump, so no water samples were taken. Basically, this is where the water goes down. That's the lowest point right there, and it's just basically seeping down through the dump, but no samples were taken of that. So we'll take a look back at the dump from the road down below, and get a perspective of how deep it really is. Here we're looking back to the northwest. We're just on the east side of Quartz Gulch, looking back at the dump for the number 3 adit for the Tahoma mine at HA0055. Again, it comes down. We're right at this northern end. Here is where that pond is. No sign of seepage through the dump, but I'm sure it does seep, because there is a bit of a flow up at you could see at the portal. So this gives you an idea. It's probably at the most 15 feet thick. Not a huge dump. It's spread out quite a bit quite a big area up on the flat up there, but it really is not all that substantial. It's probably the biggest dump for the Tahoma. The map showed 4 adits, and with a concerted effort trying to find the 4th adit, there one was not located. There are possibilities, maybe it was destroyed in some road building that is just some new looking road. Maybe they opened up an old road, but it really could not find the 4th adit. So this will be all the 3 adits for the Tahoma. There is one other area that's kind of between the 2nd and 3rd adit. Will go on up the hill, almost due west of us. It's quite a large area that's been almost like bulk mined up here, right above the road that travels up there, the newer looking road. This is not the best view of it, but it's quite a large opening they've got there. That might have been for bulk mining, and I'm not sure what the purpose of it was, but there's mineralized rock in this big scarp, and so that may have been what it was. And that may also have been where the 4th adit on the property was. But again, no specific adit will be dealt with as the number 4 adit for the Tahoma. So this will be it for the Tahoma mine, HA55.